I got to be respectful of that journey and that trip in regards to it.
Absolutely.
But now that I'm in a different place, I think I might take that trip up there to her for our next interview instead.
Mm.
So that way, all you got to do is just be ready. Because, I've recently have upgraded that I can do that now.
Okay,
Uh,
upgrade.
I got to give the people what they want.
Give the
I
people
got to
what
make
they
it
want.
possible. That's why, with your event,
I'm good for that. I'm good for giving the people what they want.
you are. And you know what's crazy? Every single time I see you on social media, I see new faces, and there be people I know too
Yeah,
that are getting the thank you
yeah,
from you.
yeah.
See, for those who don't know, if you ever have a burger from this woman,
Talk about it.
you immediately, first of all, thank you for tuning into another edition of Where I Come From. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. I am back in the building on a Saturday. This beautiful, beautiful Saturday, probably the last day of summer
Right.
for a long time here in Wisconsin. And I am joined by somebody who's been here before. See, I got new toys and my toys don't want to act right. Okay.
Mhm.
Someone who's been here before. She is not new to this, but she is definitely true to this. Um,
Thank you.
she has actually been like part of the reason why my transition to veganism has been possible.
Wow.
Because when I sit here and I look at the things that you do, and even when you make your behind the scenes videos, like where
Yeah.
you go get your food from and how you prep things every once in a while, or even the fact that like, okay, you can go to this store and you buy this and I get that, or well, I'm gonna try something new today, but I'm gonna use this instead. On top of course, the normal people who vegan restaurants and stuff like that. I do have to say, like, the reason why I am able to transition away from certain foods was because I know that there's not only just an alternative to it, but it tastes good. Like, that's
Absolutely.
the key part. I don't think people really understand. Changing to a meatless diet is very difficult because, one, we've been eating meat majority of our lives.
Yes.
Two, meat tastes good if you cook it right. Here, let's keep it a buck. Um, that's probably like the hardest reason why people can't quit meat because it tastes good.
Yeah.
But when you're able to find alternatives to it and it's fun, it's exciting, it tastes good, it's not one of those sad alternatives. Or because I've started to find out lately too that sometimes alternatives can make your body even worse than what you're
Absolutely.
replacing.
Absolutely.
So the fact that you do your food and you actually, it has not killed me yet.
Ah.
Is a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. But I am joined by Butterfly, the one and only. Uh, damn, if I next time you hear, I got something queued up for you. I'm gonna use that. I got an idea.
Okay.
Throwback. But today we are here to one give this woman her flowers because butterflies have to land somewhere. And if you pay attention to the name of this episode, it's called The Evolution of a Butterfly.
I like that.
The reason why I have to name this, because like I said, for those of you guys, if you've been rocking with me long enough, you know that there's a previous episode that we did where she was really just getting out there and starting her Butterburgers.
Yep.
Is it right? Butterburgers?
Yep.
Okay. I thought it was something more butterfly-ish, but
I know,
Butterburgers
right?
were, I was like, wait a minute,
Butterburgers.
this is just Butterburgers. And the thing about it is, and this is why I want to give her flowers before we talk about what she got going on. I have legitimately seen this woman posted up all summer at parks, at venues, at markets, at basketball games, at festivals.
Yeah.
Hell, you might even find her out in your parking lot on a random day.
Listen.
Okay.
Trap star.
Right. Fam, I have never seen nobody hustle so hard to get people off of meat. Okay. So
Dang, that is what I'm doing.
yeah, you hustling hard to get people off of meat at the end of the day.
Yeah.
One burger at a time.
One burger at a time.
I mean, she does other things in burger, but honestly, fam, you got to try the burgers. Okay. I came in here one day at Sherman Phoenix. And I don't come in on weekdays too often because, life. I came in one day and I see her posted up over there to look who's cooking. Shout out to Ashley
Shout out
and
to
Adia
Ashley.
over there. And I had $15 in my pocket. Guess who got my $15? Okay. I just want you to know that. That was not the plan that day.
Gratitude for
Okay.
that.
I passed up a 4 for 4. I just want y'all to know that. Okay. I passed up a 4 for 4 for this woman.
My burgers are made with love and affection.
And that is why I eat them. Because I stay hungry. And anybody who knows me know I love love. But that's a whole nother conversation. But okay, so since the last time you've been here, what is new with you?
What is new? When did I come? What was that? Maybe a year ago?
It was definitely a year ago.
Um,
About a year ago. I can actually go find the exact time frame.
It is a lot. I came on here before my my last
Before the first event, before the
Okay.
one night stand, because that's
Okay.
why you were here, because
Okay.
of the one night stand. And we're gonna get into that.
I have grown tremendously. I have served. Oh, I wish I would have got a burger counter, but
You should. Oh, you should. You should get one of them little clicker things.
yeah,
So for every time you do a burger, first I gotta do the video, then you
Yeah.
have to click it. Because they cash app you most of the time, don't they?
yeah.
Go back in your cash app for the year and see. Just see. You never know. It's a rough
Cash
estimate.
App, Cash,
It's a rough-
Venmo.
It's a rough estimate.
Yeah, I should though. But I've served so many burgers. I've at least served over 1,000 burgers, and I think that is pretty dope because they don't contain any meat. You know what I'm saying? They don't contain meat. They don't contain dairy, eggs, anything like that.
Exactly
And
1 year ago.
No.
It was October.
Whatever.
It was October last year.
So yeah, I've served well over 1,000 burgers. I had my one night stand event. I also was able to do what was that event called? Trap brunch.
Yes, I remember that.
That was pretty nice. I did a forbidden fruit art gallery. I
We're
collaborated.
gonna talk about on that too,
somebody.
because that was fire.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it that day because I had recordings, but I seen it, and baby, everything was art, including this right here.
Hey.
Everything was art. I'm just saying.
I did that. I popped up at Sherman Phoenix. Where else have I been? I did Juneteenth. That was on my radar. I wanted to
remember
do that.
How's that experience?
It was really dope.
Because that was the blackest of black days.
Yeah.
Because we had just fresh out of a pandemic, so this was the first time everybody was truly outside.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. It's a federal holiday now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That is dope.
and you were down there with nothing but us.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, they always show up.
for sure. They
Those
definitely
there's a
showed
group
up.
of those that always show up, but it was our day,
Yeah, it
100%.
was. That's crazy because I'm now like,
Thinking about it,
yeah. So the emotions are coming back, and that was really huge for me, especially to even put that on one of my goals list. The prior year, I'm like, I have to do Juneteenth, so I had did Juneteenth at Alice Garden.
okay.
So I did it there the first year, and then I said I wanted to do it at
The actual 3rd Street event, yeah.
And so for me to be down there and for people to just tell me like they were looking for me and I'm so happy I found you, and just tasting my burgers, congratulating me, and it was just a really dope experience. It was a lot of lessons I learned that day.
What's the biggest lesson you took away from that?
Oh,
As a person and as a business person?
I need a team. I need a team. That is my biggest lesson. And I'm not saying that I don't have a team. I need to use my voice. That's crazy that I'm saying that because I just recently lost my voice. And the message that I received was either use your voice or lose it in transition on
Big
this
facts.
journey.
Okay.
So if I just use my voice more and ask for help and give people enough notice to let them know that I need help and
Correct.
This is what I'm trying to do and this is where it can, and tell them where it can go and all of that stuff, people don't mind helping me at all.
I think as African Americans, specifically African Americans, we find it difficult to ask for help because we always have the fear we owe somebody something.
Yes.
Okay. And I don't think people understand, like, we really just want to help those who help themselves. So there's the fear on one side of helping somebody and they turn into a user, and then there's the fear on the other side of asking for help and then they expect something in return.
Yeah.
So we kind of got that dichotomy that we just got to let go. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I've been doing this collectively in one shape or form for about 12 years.
Okay.
Do you know I did not build a team until about 2 years ago?
Really?
Yes. I did not want to let nobody else to have any control over this because I felt that, one, people would take my ideas and then try to go off and do something, and then they reap the benefits from it, which I had to learn you can't think like that.
Right.
And then two, everybody always wants something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I do this, how much will I get paid? Or if I do this, how much credit would I get? Or, oh, this is all you have to do. Well, I'm going to do this as well, too. And then they'll find a loophole that I won't get what I'm supposed to get. So I had that big fear. And after a while, I realized, look, you can copy this all you want. Yeah. One, you can't do it like I do it.
You'll never be me.
Okay. Two, there's things I do that you don't know I do. Mm-hmm. So when you get ready to try to do it and everybody see you fail at it, they're going to know that you were not doing it authentically. You see? So once you learn how to, and then you have a group of people that are so fucking awesome, you probably don't even have to say nothing.
No.
Exactly.
And that's what I just said, though. Like, I have a ton of people that will help me. I just have to be considerate with people's time. I have to be considerate and giving them a heads up. So I learned that I need a team. I do need a team.
Okay.
And like signage and stuff like that. So I'm a growing business. I don't want to say small. I am a growing business.
Thank you. There's no such thing as small businesses anymore.
Right. And so it's it's me, my grill, and my babies. That's how we've been glazing the city. So I had my table, but I didn't have like signage to pull people to me
to know that that's what's at this table.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would say that was like one of the biggest takeaways. I need a team and I need more signage, or at least somebody. Well, that's a part of my team, being in the middle of the street, telling people to go over there. Because Juneteenth, that is, I don't know if it was like 400 vendors.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So it's like everybody trying to get your money.
It's 400 vendors. Everybody trying to get your money. You're going to have at least 5% of those vendors probably selling the same thing you selling.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're competition on purpose. It's just everybody kind of, sometimes we tend to have the same kind of mission.
Yeah.
And we have to take in consideration, just like I said, you may want to hustle people to eat healthier, but you're not the only person with that concept.
Exactly.
So sometimes you got to make yourself stand out a little bit.
Exactly.
Great thing about it is you cool with the Sherman Phoenix. So there's people here that you could talk to. There's a whole little room off to the left from where you was posted at.
Yeah.
And just saying,
go
ahead and talk to her. She'll go ahead and get the signage together for you.
Exactly.
But you just said something that I tend to forget about you, is you are an entrepreneur mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Mom. I think a lot of people, we tend to leave that last part off, but you're an entrepreneur mom.
Heavy on the mom.
On the mom.
Heavy on the mom.
Heavy on the mom. And every time I look up, I'll see them with you no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. It's to the point where if I see them, because one of them will be running around doing something.
Yeah.
I know you somewhere nearby. I just got to find out where you posted at. Yeah. How's this last year been with that?
Oh my goodness. It has been tough. I don't want to lie about it. It has been very tough. Because I have that feeling of guilt very, very often.
Okay.
Because my babies are small. They're 6 and 8, so they don't want to be at these pop-ups with me selling burgers not every day, but like we was at it 5 times a week.
There was a point in time where there was a different day. We just have to find a map of where you was at that day.
Y'all just had to find out where I was at, and they was with me, so they were tired of it. I know, like when I would be getting dressed and putting on certain stuff, they'd be like, "You got to pop up today," and I'd be like, "Yo," and they'll ask like if they can go with somebody, but that it was really tough because it's like, dang, I don't want my kid. I had posted this in my story, like, sometimes I would just take off to go to the park with my kids.
Right.
And I had said, like, let me spend time with my kids because they are not about to be sitting on the couch talking about we didn't have no childhood. We had to trap every single day.
I mean, they'll be hustlers, but I feel you on that.
They do. One of the things that I did learn to do is to get them more involved.
Right.
So my daughter does tea. She does really, really well with her tea. She's better than me with her marketing skills. She's just a really great saleswoman.
Right.
And the mayor has had her lemonade already.
I remember that.
She sells out every single time. And then like my son, he not so much, but he will sell water. And when he does sell water, he does really good. But I did learn to keep them involved so it's not like so boring for them or they're just waiting.
Because sometimes they do want to they want to help, but
they do.
One thing you did say, and I think a lot of us as parents, period, not just only entrepreneurs, but parents, period, is we have to realize we're out here working for them, but sometimes they just want us.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I had that issue with my youngest more than anything. Mm-hmm. We would occasionally, I used to always be here at the studio. Like I would get off my regular 9 to 5 and then boom, I'm shooting straight to the studio. My youngest got to the point where it was like, what time are you coming home? Yeah. When are you coming home? They would go and open up their family app in the phone just to see where my car was. Mm-hmm. And they would watch to see if I'm on my way home because they really was wondering. So I had to get to the point where I had to stop being in the studio.
Yeah.
I had to literally give more responsibility to my other producer than I wanted to. It's not that I couldn't trust them with it because if you've ever met Tommy's awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay. But it was like forcing me to let go of all that responsibility just to be home with them. Now, me and my youngest will sit up till 10 o'clock at night sometimes and just have heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah. I don't know what the hell she be talking about. Okay. It'd be things on YouTube that I don't even know. But she'll sit here and tell me everything. She done snitched on her sister several times.
Oh, yeah.
Like I done found out she done had a boyfriend and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, you only 9 years old. Why do you have a boyfriend? And then she'll come and tell me about her boyfriend. It's like, I didn't like him anyway. He cheated. Like, how is he 9 years old cheating? How do you know about cheating? Ooh. Like, then that was a whole other conversation I had to have. So I'm like, damn, the dating pool got pissing at that age. What the hell?
Yeah.
I need y'all and you go to Hispanic school. So that's even, so it's universal. Doesn't matter what language they speak. Yeah. Y'all are trash. But and I realized I had to do that. So now me and my girls, and I have girls. So as a dad with girls, it's very important to be around them. We got this rapport, but they want to do this too.
Yeah. Okay.
So occasionally I let them come to the studio with me. Friday we were here for an hour. I'm gonna have to do some editing, and they were here just on the mic. Had a whole conversation about, to this day, I don't know what, I should have recorded it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you gotta let them be a part of it.
Yeah.
That's why your daughter outsell you.
Yeah. It has to be a healthy balance for sure.
Right. One
not the
night.
Deep side.
So no, this is our transition. I'm sorry, it's not you. Oh, no. This deep side with the glasses off on a different show has a completely different meaning. Okay. This is just me getting serious. Okay. So when we first met here in the studio, you were doing a one-night stand.
A one-night stand.
Okay. Now, for those of you freaks out there, it's not what you think.
And it kind of is.
Shut up. That's supposed to be the surprise. Damn, you talk too much. What was putting that event together? Because when me and you talked, we were promoting about it, but we didn't get a chance to talk about the actual event itself and the outcome of the event.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm making you go back a year.
Yes. That event was beautiful.
Okay.
It was absolutely beautiful. So what a one night stand is. So we just talked about it. I do a lot of hustle and bustle. I pop up from place to place to place to place. You can find me on the north side, west side, south side, downtown. You can find me plenty places, and you can find me a lot of different places. And who am I am a very intimate person. So
Right.
I want to provide a more intimate experience. And I want people to really get to experience me more. And I know they're not able to do that every single day or
Right.
every time I sell food. So I wanted to create a very sacred space
Right.
where you get to enjoy me, my vegan food, my vibe, and other people who have the same vibe as us.
Right.
Not necessarily vegans, but it is geared towards the vegans because we don't have that here in Milwaukee.
Right.
But I also wanted to turn the meat eaters on, so I knew I had to do something that was very catchy. So I named it a one night stand because that's kind of what it is. You get me
Right.
for one night and one night only, and you get to enjoy all of me.
Okay. So for those who didn't get a chance to go to the one night stand before, because you didn't know about it, because you're in your shell, you're in luck
Luck.
because it's a new year
It is a new year.
and she's letting you enjoy her for one more time.
One more time.
November 14th.
November 14th, a one night stand menage a trois.
Now, explain this one.
So November 15th is my birthday and I am turning 33,
Okay.
which is my master year. So I'm super excited about that upcoming journey. But I wanted to continue the one night stand aspect of it.
Right.
It's the same thing. But I wanted to add the menage a trois because I'm turning 33. So
Right.
it's just a play on word. And then it'll be me, you, and then my vegan food.
Okay. I'm selfish, so if I'm there, this is all food and hers all belongs to me.
Uh-huh.
Y'all just gonna have to wait your turn.
I am to be experienced.
You
Not
are an
possessed.
experience.
I
You are
am.
an experience, and this is not on no weird shit, but y'all actually really have to sit down with her. She is a whole vibe, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Like, just be her friend on social media. The rest is you'll figure the rest out in regards to that. How can we be a part of this menage a trois?
So you can purchase a ticket on my cash drop. Dang, I have to.
Cash drop.
Yeah.
Wow, it's too much stuff out here.
So it's on my cash drop. Yeah, that's the form of payment that I use.
Smart.
It's on my cash drop. However, I do take Cash App, Apple Pay, Venmo, Zelle, all of that to purchase your tickets. Tickets are $60,
Okay.
and you'll get a drink, my vegan food. I'll do vegan hors d'oeuvres. My butter burgers will be there, of course. I'll do my hot with my buffalo bites and my honey barbecue bites. Crab cakes. We'll have vegan dessert.
How do you have? Never mind. I just got to experience it. Never mind.
Yes.
I'm like, how are you making vegan crab cake? It's not right.
And so the time is 6 to 9.
Only 3 hours. See, I see what you did there.
6 to 9.
So we're living in the world of 3 here. Okay, I see it.
Mm-hmm. And then 69.
I said I see it, sweetheart. Stop it.
And then so yeah, it's gonna be at Makoko's restaurant, which is absolutely gorgeous.
I've been here. I haven't been into Makoko's yet, but I hear so many people talk about it.
Oh my goodness, it is so gorgeous
and it's not that far from my house from what I keep hearing.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah, so the address is 7420 South Greenfield.
Mm-hmm. That's like maybe 5 blocks from my house.
Oh max. Wow.
Look, I have my babies at night.
You better pull up.
I'm gonna pull up.
6 to 9.
I'm gonna pull up. That's my last week of freedom anyway. I'm gonna pull up.
Okay. Yeah, it's for my 33rd birthday. I do want to celebrate with y'all. Yeah, I want to celebrate with like all of my supporters. And the reason why, you gonna ask me why I'm doing this?
Why I'm doing this? Because I was gonna let you tell it. It's your story.
So the reason why I am doing this is because I want to create a space for vegans that is sexy, for one, that is still close to what we're used to doing.
Right.
And we just don't have the access to do it because restaurants don't provide vegan food. And then the restaurants that do provide vegan food is not a part of our culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like something that they're doing as an alternative to keep your business.
That, or I'm talking about actual vegan restaurants. We have vegan restaurants here, but there is not like geared towards Black people in our palate, our taste buds.
Nah, we need some real.
We still like seasoning. As a vegan,
we love. It's a requirement.
Exactly.
Because seasoning actually is what really most people are eating food for.
Exactly. Because you're not eating no bland chicken. You're not.
Not on purpose.
You're not.
If my babies cook and they didn't flavor, I'm gonna eat it because it's my babies. But no, I'm not gonna go in the kitchen and throw a whole chicken breast on there and don't season it whatsoever. Exactly. I completely understand. But at the end of the day, I think people tend to forget that we honestly really eat for flavor.
Yeah.
So if you realize that what the flavor that you look for when you get a burger or when you're getting a steak or when you're getting a chicken can be emulated without having all of that meat products added into it.
Right.
For most people, it's not a hard shift.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest reason why so many people won't go vegan, because there's no guaranteed spots that make us feel like if I go in here and I want a turkey leg, whether it's vegan or not, it's still going to taste like what I think a turkey leg should taste like, which is why I fuck with you.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create that space that is really close to what we used to enjoy before our body decided to transition, or before we just was more intentional about the things that we put in our body.
Right.
And because I guess I'll say this, my body started rejecting me. So that's how.
I think I remember you saying a story about that one time. I think you did. And that's the number one reason why you started going vegan.
Right. That's how I got in this space. I just listened to my body. My body no longer enjoyed meat. And my body was literally rejecting it. I was getting super sick. So I just listened to my body, and then I transitioned. And in the midst of transitioning, I realized that I don't have anything that is we don't have anything in Milwaukee that is going to make me enjoy this journey.
Right.
So I had to figure something out to where, like, okay, your body don't like it. So if you keep eating meat, you're going to be sick.
Right.
And that's not an option. So what you going to do about it? And that's when I was like, okay, I could cook my own shit.
Right.
And when I cook my own shit, I season it how I like it, how I enjoy it. And then y'all know I put my love and affection in there. So yeah, I want to create that space for us. And then I also want to introduce it to the meat eaters and let them know that we are still vibes.
Right.
Like, I'm a whole vegan vibe.
Let me ask you a question. Are you prepared for a brick and mortar?
Am I prepared?
Because that's what's next for you, fam. You know that, right? You know the next step is going to be you having your own spot. Because as we live in Wisconsin, right? It can be summer for 2 hours and winter the next day. You eventually going to need your own spot for us to pull up on.
That's crazy, because that was like an overwhelming question, because I don't want to say no, because I know how powerful my words are, and I'm like too scared to say yeah. What about a food truck?
How you gonna handle the winter? Let's start with a food truck. That way, at least the kids can go sit in the corner and do something.
Absolutely, I am ready for a brick and mortar. Let me just put that out
there. There you go. I was waiting for you. I was not going to let you change your mind. You were going to say yes.
Let me put that out there. Yes, I am ready. But I want to work towards a food truck first.
You can do both at the same time. You know that, right?
Okay.
Well, you gotta have some place to cook the food, right?
Okay.
You know, a brick and mortar don't mean you have to have a big old restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
All you need is a little corner in somebody's spot.
Yeah. A space.
That's all you need. Space to cook.
Yeah.
That way everybody don't have to be at your house.
So when I did Meatless Monday at Macoco's, I was in the commercial kitchen, and that feeling was just phenomenal.
It felt like it felt right.
So I am a firm believer that you can speak things into existence. I'm gonna try to look for this video, but I was on my stories and I was making burgers and I was recording and I just said it was random as a mud and I was just like, order up. And then I was like, I'm just practicing, y'all. I'm just practicing I'm just practicing for when I get my restaurant. And then when I was at McCoco's and I was making burgers, I'm like, dang.
You in a restaurant.
Right. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
So now we got to go. So what we got to do is we got to find a spot. So we got to make it can't be a regular restaurant. We got to make it a vibe. So it's got to be like a club nobody wants anymore. That way we can have our homies over here on the bar. Okay. We can have a nice little vibe area, maybe a little stage so people can, perform poetry, live sets, maybe do live podcasts there because, you got to look out for the little people. Okay. But the main focus is it's called the Butterfly. Okay. So that way your food is vegan kicked in the back. But most folks won't realize it's vegan until they try it. It's always going to be one person that's like, ugh, it's vegan, I don't want it. And their friend going to be like, nigga, you crazy? Try this. And then they're going to eat it. And that's always the only reason why they're going to be here all the time is for the food. They're going to stay for the atmosphere. So that's what we're going to do. Yep. We're going to put it somewhere here on the north side. I got a nice little spot, nice little idea. All right. So we're talking about it right now. I just want you to know that.
We're talking about it.
So 1 year from now, when you come back here, and it's time for your next one night stand, the 4-way dance, it's going to be coming from the Butterfly. Got it. All right. I don't want to keep you much longer because I want you to go out here and enjoy this sun and go hug a tree or two.
You know I'm a hug a tree.
Hug a tree or two. Got to hug two.
Yeah.
All right. So where can they find you? Where can they sign up for this event at?
So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Butterfly, BUDDAHFLY. What was the next question?
Run down the information about your event one more time.
So I really hope that y'all come out to help me celebrate my 33rd birthday. It's called a one night stand menage a trois, where I will have vegan food. I'll have drinks. Hookah will be available, music, entertainment, and more. Some of the vegan food will be my buffalo bites, my honey barbecue bites, crab cakes, butter burgers. I have vegan dessert, and that is November 14th at McCoco's, which is 7420 South Greenfield. You can purchase your tickets at Cash Drop. Type in Menage a Trois with Buddah Love.
All right. With that being said, people, we have come to the end of this episode. Make sure you check us out on all the things. That's Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever else you listen to your podcast at. Definitely make sure you follow her because she's a whole vibe.
Follow me, y'all.
She's a whole vibe in 2/3. So with that being said, people, we are out of here. Peace.